Hello, everyone. Welcome in this new Whiteboard session episode. And today we're going to talk about how we progress through pain. And every athlete feels pain at some point. A sore tendon, a tight groin, hamstring flared up. The key isn't stopping, it's adapting. Today we're talking about how we can manage overload, build through pain safely, and bridge the gap between rehab and performance. And one critical point to me is what is the role of the performance coach, the strength conditioning coach, right? I'm not a physio, I'm not a doctor. That's not my job. That's not my role. But as a strength coach, my job is to communicate with the athletes and the medical staff, respect the healing timeline, guide the reconditioning phase, and keep the athlete confident and moving, right? Because motion is lotion. So it's communicate, respect, guide, and monitor, right? And this is really like four important tasks to do because you need to communicate well with the athletes, with the staff. You need to respect the deadline. You need to guide through those phases, and you need to monitor so you can track and see how the athlete is responding so you can really decide how you're gonna adjust that gap between the rehab and the performance phase. So I have built and used a four-stage framework, and it was pretty successful. And it doesn't matter if it's like a muscular, a joint issue, or a more severe stage, but it's always the same. Stage one is what I call low load. It's rebuild the control. We start by rebuilding the control, and the goal here is really simple. It's reduce the pain, number one. We want to move with intention, reintroduce stress safely and slowly. And some examples will be isometric, wall sit planks, holds, stuff like this. Then we're going to work through range of motion, but assisted range of motion drills. Keeping in like the heart moving with some light aerobic flow could be through circuits, could be through like monostructural work and control tempo. The key rule here is we want to avoid pain. So there's no pain, no swelling, high control on what we're doing. We track, we monitor, and then we can progress. Then we have stage number two. It's moderate load, restore strength, right? Everything is around the strength you can produce. So once movement is stable, we bring back real load. Control, moderate, submaximal, for example. 40-60% submaximal load, compound lift, unilateral strength, because we want to rebuild the structural balance of the body, moderate resistance, low impact plyo step-ups like jumps, starting to load joints, starting to load the patterns we're using. So the rule here now is no more about pain. It's about like tolerance first, what the athlete is able to tolerate so we can progress further along. And then we're building the next step, high load, rebuild power. Here we're chasing real adaptation again, force, rate of force development, reactivity, around like 70 to 85% compound lift, Olympic lift progression. If we were doing this before, bounding, depth jump, reactive, med ball throw, short acceleration or sprints. The rule now is not really about tolerance, it's about clean movement under tension, no compensation. So we want to make sure that we're not compensate any movement. We can go through like the movement under tension with clean repetitions. And then we have the return to sports, reintegrate chaos, right? Sport is by definition chaotic. So the final step is reintegrating chaos, game speed, reaction and contact. So there is like decision making, reacting to an external stimulus, could be visual, audible, or a movement, right? And contact. Examples, full speed code and sprint drills, sports-specific movement patterns, depending the position in sports you're playing, control, contact, and competitive simulation, right? So now we want to see how the athlete is responding under fatigue, readiness, and confidence. So it's all about like monitoring those phases. And I can send you that 4-stage pyramid: low, moderate, high, and returns to sports. If you want to, just like subscribe to my newsletter. It's fully free, and I can change more advanced stuff for you guys. So when we talk about like overload, managing pain, injury, there are some common overload hotspots in team sports, especially because it's always, like, what is the athlete exposed to as a stress? Some are based on the surface you're playing: ice, grass, turf, concrete, track. Some might be contextual to the movement pattern you're using: skating, running, jumping, and there are some common areas like keep showing up across sports: groin, hamstring, patellar, Achilles, shin. They are not like weaknesses, right? They are like warnings. Manage the load, fix the mechanics, and progress through the stages. They are like expressing. They are like expressing what is stressful on your body. And some of those like overload signals could have been like anticipated, I would say, in the off season, based on on which surface you're gonna work and how many times and how many impacts you are gonna do, and how we can prepare your joint and your structure to absorb those impacts and that stress. So if you're more curious about this, don't hesitate to text me. I will gladly have a conversation with you and talk about this. But what is really important to understand is pain is not a stop sign. It's a feedback. And when you receive a feedback, you want to address the feedback, exchange, learn, and respond. Okay, so if you want the flow chart, like I used to decide how I will move through these stages and where the athlete is on those stages, just comment recover or DM me, and I will send you like the part return play map. Don't hesitate to, if you know someone is in pain or you have been in pain, just like subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your teammates or with your friends, and also like comment anything that might be useful for you. What I'm really trying to do with that channel is really to be able to talk to you about some subject that you guys are deciding. You have some questions, some hesitation, some anxiety, some stuff you want to learn. I'm here for that, to exchange about it. So don't hesitate to ask me any questions, suggest me some topics. It's a pleasure to exchange with you guys. And yeah, hope it helps, and see you on the next one.